if we're in a hospital, that'd be sick.
Welcome to Chatting Around the Campfire, presented by Red Ranger.
Today, I'm Flynn.
I'm Erica.
That's Erica. Today we're joined by Graham and Adina. Graham's our Hype Squad captain, and Adina is our Hype Squad assistant captain.
Co-captain.
Assistant captain.
Co-captain.
It's a little debate going on. And today we will be talking about Hype Squad's role at competitions. So let's get chatting.
Woohoo!
So you guys are returning members of the podcast realm, one could say. You both have been on before.
He has the drip.
Continue. Sorry.
You both have been on before. Do you want to give us your names, a little background on yourselves to start out with?
Yeah. So I'm Graham Thiel. I've been on the podcast before. I'm a member of electrical team, and you might know me as one of the best button makers this world has ever seen, along with Bryce Mathis, of course.
My name's Adina. I'm on the business team. I'm the co-captain of Hype Squad. It's pretty nice. Pretty
Assistant
neat.
captain.
Assistant captain.
Guys,
Gonna
it's
have
my
a
turn
lot
to
of
talk.
editing
Give
to
me
do.
the floor. Come on. This is my second year. I also make buttons. I make TikToks. It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what I do.
All right, so we're gonna dive right into Hype Squad. We're gonna start at the beginning. How did Hype Squad originate? How was it born?
Yeah, so Hype Squad, well, the idea of Hype Squad, I think that really originated at last year's Wisconsin Regional at Milwaukee. So I think we saw a lot of teams like cheering, like, ah, and like chanting their own numbers. And me and Mason and I think Mr. Pashy too were like, this is good, but I think we can do better. So Hype Squad really started with leading in the chants at Chicago.
Mm-hmm. And I think like one of the key points that also started it was after Milwaukee, we had like a sit-down conversation in the conference room before our bus came to pick us up, and it was either like, well, I don't know what the specific talking points were, but it was like something, what went well, what can we do better, stuff like
Stop,
that.
start, continue.
So when we got to what could we do better, we brought up like our team image at competitions, and we saw that Robo Riot, which is like one of our Safra team members, they're another team here in Sheboygan, they had won, I think it was the Hype, what's the actual award called? Hype Award?
Spirit Award.
They had won the Spirit Award because they all had matching uniforms. They were all a cohesive team. They had like hats and they had like their work shirts and stuff. So they looked really put together. So we saw that, and that was a little bit of a changing point for our team at competitions.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little bit of how it got started with you and Mason and Mr. Pashy.
Totally.
So as being on Hype Squad, how did the first scrimmage go? What are we looking to improve on, change? How'd it go?
I can give this one to you, Adina.
Thank you. I thought it went great. I think we just need to work on having more like variety of chants. We kind of stuck with the same 3. And we used a Microsoft Surface to like announce the chants. I feel like we need to like
Sponsor us, Microsoft.
Yes.
please. I feel like we need to find a better way to get our chants across to the team.
Right. I know, like, in our student section at school, we have whiteboards, but
That would
that's
be ideal.
we didn't bring one.
Yeah, we didn't bring one, but that's what we used.
At Midwest last year.
We were underprepared.
We actually had the official North High Student Section whiteboard last year.
It's true.
Wow.
It's true.
Wow.
So, this is pretty cool.
Some crazy stuff. Yeah, to go off of what Adina said, I wasn't super prepared. I wasn't thinking about all that stuff beforehand. So definitely the variety of cheers that we have, because we have more, but I didn't think of them all. And also just getting more people hype for longer, which is definitely tough at somewhere like Sussex, because scrimmages are fun. Like, it's a good time just seeing robotics kids do their thing. right? But robotics competitions and the scrimmages are very different because the scrimmage just goes on, but like the competition has a lot more structure
Yeah.
to it, I feel.
So you talked about like what we could improve. What was one thing that you like went really well, and we're gonna see it continuing into the season?
You can go first this time.
Thank you, Adina. Well, I think just comparing, like thinking back to last year's scrimmage and just like comparing that in my mind to what we had then to what we have now in terms of like spirit and hype, I guess, it's a huge change and a change for a better.
And I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep getting better. So I know last year, also we're gonna take a step back. Last year, after Midwest Regional, we did not win the Spirit Award. That was, in my opinion, stupid. But I know, guys. I know. I'm a little salty. But can you talk us through like why you didn't think we won it and like that change?
Yeah, so that's definitely something that me and Mr. Pashy have talked about, me and Mason, like right after. And one of the things is I think we're really taking the energy from like a student basketball game from like North, like we're going to win and you guys are going to lose, which is like great for like a sports event like that. But for robotics, it's not really centered on like we're gonna win and no one else is going to either. It's more like cooperation, like we're working together to get to this goal, and like look how far we've come. So we're kind of reworking some chants like that, and that's also another reason that there weren't as many chants for Sussex. We're just reworking some stuff, but we'll be ready for Milwaukee.
Good.
Very well said.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're doing some chants, adding some more, I hope.
Of course.
So, speaking of chants, what's your favorite chant?
Gosh.
Or it doesn't necessarily have to be.
Mine's Go
chant.
Bananas.
Well, I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say, yeah.
Would you please,
sorry.
show us the chants?
Yeah.
Go.
Oh.
Go.
Please stay within the.
Of course.
Perhaps go in front so that I don't have to cut you.
Well, then that's.
No, we'll do it here.
Yeah.
We'll do it here.
Wait.
That'll look better.
Okay, all right.
It's gonna look good.
Live
Four
studio.
bananas. Four bananas. Four bananas. Four bananas. Peel bananas. Peel bananas. Peel bananas. Peel bananas. Go bananas. Go bananas. Go bananas. Go bananas.
And then you do it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Live studio audience, come on. Thank you. That was wonderful. I hope we get that much spirit from our business team at real competitions, but we'll
will.
see.
That's hype.
We will.
Speaking of fans, how do you keep them engaged the whole time? I know it's a long day. What are your tactics of keeping them involved?
Yeah, that's a great question, Erica. And I think it really just comes down to spacing out your chants enough so that it's not like one every match, even if we're not in it. But to space them out such that we can still be cheering on other teams, but that it doesn't get like annoying or too repetitive. And also sometimes you just gotta enjoy what's happening right in front of you because like it's pretty cool to just watch the competition.
Mm-hmm. I also think our team members do scouting as well.
Yeah.
So when we do get the chance to do a chant or our team's coming on, it is a nice break from scouting, which can get really boring and repetitive when you're doing it for like 6 hours. So I think people enjoy it right off the bat. And what you've mentioned is another way to really excel their happiness.
Yeah.
This might be a weird question,
Go for it.
but
I actually love this question.
you like this question?
I have ideas.
All right. So in at North, our student section, is very involved, and so we have a lot of different themes that we do. Have you thought about doing themes for competitions?
I think that would be great.
Personally, and this is just me, I saw this question beforehand, and I was thinking about it. It was doing, and I think one of the reasons why themes are almost necessary for like football, basketball games at like North or any school is just to like keep it interesting, right? Because like we do this every week, like sometimes twice a week for basketball. So it's like just switching it up, and like which makes it fun, I feel. But for robotics, in my opinion, like we have 2 competitions. I think that it's just best to like show and represent our team, like the year, if you will.
That's fair.
So I think, like, building off that, I definitely don't want to do like, oh, let's do Hawaiian, let's do whiteout. Like, we have to represent our team. We have to wear the gear.
Exactly.
But some teams do like, I'm gonna mention Hilltoppers.
Go for it. Go for it.
They have
a wonderful team that we all enjoy.
Yeah, we love team.
Hilltoppers.
They have just a normal shirt
Yeah.
for like the first day, and then the second day they have collared shirts.
Oh.
So I was thinking
fancy.
like
You've been analyzing these uniforms way too much.
next year we have like
Watching the footage.
we have our gray shirts, either long sleeve or short sleeve. Like we do that the first day, and then the second day we have the tie-dye shirt.
Oh, or like something.
Could be fun.
That's a good idea.
No one
actually.
steal that idea. That's
No one steal
ours.
that.
Or like something more, like we bring our, just like blue and red, like just go crazy with that or something.
Yeah.
I like that idea. It's a good idea, Flynn.
Thank you. Thank you.
Or,
We'll take it into consideration.
Yeah, we'll think
Yeah.
about it.
We'll ponder.
Good. That's a good point to ponder on. So, speaking of the Hype Squad, obviously that's what this whole episode is about.
Of course.
Who's all on the Hype Squad?
Well, when you think about it,
Everyone. On the squad.
everyone's on the Hype Squad, really. Because, everyone's who's going to competition, even not, we're all a team. All a team with spirit. And we all contribute. But there are some leaders to that hype that direct that hype, specifically at competitions. And, there's some preparation that goes on behind this.
Of course.
Behind the scene. And I'm the captain. Adina is the assistant captain.
Co-captain.
Assistant
captain.
Co-captain, yes.
We'll have to edit that out. And then we've also got some other hype leaders.
Like the assistant to the assistant.
Like the
captain.
assistant.
Bryce.
Yeah, that's right.
That's Rachel.
Rachel?
I'm
Sorry,
still
the
thinking on
second
that.
assistant.
We're still brainstorming the names. This hierarchy of the hype squad is weird. So
Yeah.
But I think truly,
Everyone.
everyone is.
everyone.
And like even the parents that come to competitions,
Yeah.
they'll do the roller coaster with us. Other teams will do the roller coaster with us.
So everyone's
So,
really.
Everyone
Contributing
at
to the
competition.
hype.
If you are at Wisconsin or Seven Rivers Regional, you are on the hype squad.
That's facts. Word.
And you mentioned we have like the assistant to the assistant to the assistant to the assistant captain.
Yeah.
And that helps us prepare for competitions. What do you do to prepare for a competition?
It's really a mental thing. You gotta prepare. Oh, mental and physical, of course. Hype Squad is just incredibly demanding, physically, mentally, vocally. So there's a lot of meditation, mental stuff up here, super important. And I also have to do stuff to help my voice, the real money maker after all, with my prolific music career throughout Red Robotics. Like some good chamomile tea, herbal stuff.
Why don't you take us
talking
through
a little
a night
softer.
before?
Yeah. So the night before, and of course, like this has been happening near weeks. I'm about to start this routine actually.
Yeah.
So typically, like right after school, I'm probably just like gonna take a nap, right?
Okay.
So that's part of the mental thing. Once I wake up from that nap, I'm gonna meditate. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a good 15, 16, sometimes that can be 20 minutes actually.
Wow.
Yeah. Intense stuff, all for the mental game. And then after that, I'm going to start relaxing further with a good cup of herbal tea. Probably some honey in there just to soothe my voice.
Right. Soothe the throat.
And it's a good thing the Raiders actually didn't make it to any sectionals or anything because, postseason, a lot of postseason stuff, because I like to cheer. But
Right.
I have to remember that I need to relax my voice just to prepare for competition.
And how do you help the rest of the team prepare?
That's a great
Like-
question.
Like,
Yep.
not everyone, the new kids, they might not necessarily know the chants and all, like the roller coaster and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So one great way to prepare is Sussex. So that's a little demo of some of our cheers are going to be. And obviously not everyone can make it to Sussex. So another thing that Mason and I did last year is it's just a little section of our campfire or the meeting after the meeting to close us out. And we just demonstrated a lot of our chants. So I think that's something that we'll be returning this year.
Good. So, why don't you show us your little name tag you got there? I've been wondering for a long time. I've known Graham for a few years now, and it says WG if you can't read that far. Obviously, I can't either. But what does that stand for?
The WG stands for my nickname that's been following me around for as long as I've been in high school. It's White Gold. And White Gold, that name really started, I want to say the summer of my 6th or 7th grade. And it's all thanks to previous captain and current team member Jacob Swaggart and Dylan Detloff, respectively. And I don't remember why it started, but it started at summer camp. My troop, my Boy Scout troop, we went to summer camp one year, and they just started calling me White Gold, and I don't really know why. And that kind of fizzled out, through middle school, and then it was back full force my freshman year. So wherever I was with Jacob, I was White Gold, and that's how I am now.
And how does that play a role into robotics?
It doesn't.
Wait, no,
But people.
the songs.
Oh my God.
So no, let me transition.
Oh.
So Graham, you've taken up the name White Gold in your vocal career. Why don't you talk a little bit about what you've been doing behind the scenes?
Of course. You guys are, of course, talking about my intense musical, lyrical, vocal talent. And so basically, every competition, at least for the past 2 that I've been to, I made a little song or a parody that I wrote myself, only me, without ghostwriters. Why are you guys laughing?
And we're not. Nora, you can't be laughing.
Cut that out.
We will.
Okay. Yeah, so first it was, of course, Drive Queen, the hit parody of Trap Queen by Fetty Wap.
That's what it was called.
And then after, it was a parody of Homecoming by an artist that we will not be mentioning at the moment on the podcast, which was not as much of a hit. And right now, I've got something that works. It's definitely rivals Drive Queen.
Wow.
It's big.
Wow.
Dare I say. Actually cut that out because I don't know. But it's big. And the robotics community will love it.
Excellent. That's great.
Of course.
So that's one idea that you have. Do you have any other ideas for Hype Squad in general? Like,
Just better. Overall better. We want to get outfits.
Improvement.
Hype Squad outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely an idea through some people in Hype Squad. They want outfits. We want outfits. I don't know if that's
really
gonna.
forced.
I don't know if
want
that's gonna
outfits.
happen. But
Happen.
we're getting a banana costume. I know that much. Thank you, Mr. Pashy.
Is that out to the public yet?
We can cut that out.
It is now.
We can
Okay,
cut
it is
that.
now.
Announcement.
It's gonna be a competition, so
At
it'll
Milwaukee.
be out to the
Yeah.
should be out to the public soon.
So that's one thing that makes us different than another team.
For sure.
Is there anything else that we do especially besides well, do you want to talk about how another team does a chant versus how we do stuff like that?
Really give us a breakdown.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think it goes back to my preparation when you think about it. Mental, physical game, huge on the mental, right? Because I'm not talking down, of course. This is just what I've noticed. Other teams, they'll mostly chant their number, which is, how we started too, of course. 63, 81.
You gotta start somewhere.
We
Yeah,
got to
you always
start
have to
somewhere.
start somewhere.
And that start is a solid start.
Right.
But Mason and I at the last competition, it just started instinctually.
Mm-hmm.
We knew exactly what the other was thinking, and then I with the whiteboard immediately wrote it down,
Right.
up, and then we'd start chanting. And that sort of mental game, I'm not sure if that is rivaled by any other team
Right.
at a competition that we've been to, or dare I say the world. It's yeah.
Just the telepathy that comes across.
Yeah.
Another thing that I think makes our team stand out is no one else knows how to do the robot dance.
You're so right, Flynn. You are so
So-
correct in that, actually. No. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, no one else knows how
Wow.
to do that.
Thank you.
That was something.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
kind of closing things up. Is there anything else you want to add, or any other teams that you think do a really good job with their spirit?
Yeah, I think most teams do great job with their spirit, if I'm just being honest. It's everyone there, really, that atmosphere that we all create. It's just awesome to be in, the hype that everyone produces. And obviously, I just have to point out the Chicago-style Bot Dogs, the winners of the Spirit Award at the Midwest Regional.
Yeah.
They came, they were hype, and they won, which I respect.
We're coming for them, though.
Oh,
We're coming for that award, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Well, anything else, Adina?
No, I'm good.
Graham
All right.
covered it.
Well,
And Adina covered it too.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Adina covered
I
it.
was here. Yeah, that's for sure.
well,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us on the podcast today, and we'll see you next time around the campfire.